Test 1, 2. Look, guys, look. Okay, test 1, 2. Look, guys, look. It'll definitely tear. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing one of the videos that I haven't done in a very long time, and that's like a dedicated one collection type of review swatch video, and it is for the cutest little collection that Etude House came out with, which is the Etude House collaboration with Disney. It's not their most recent collaboration, but it is something that is so cute. It's still selling now. You can still find it online, and I felt like I couldn't pass without going through this. This is not sponsored. You just sent it to me about a month ago, so it is a little behind, but as I said, they're still selling it. So yes, look at this, guys. How cute is this collection? It's called Happy with Piglet, and they have all these different eyeshadows. They've got lip tints. I don't know if you guys know that I actually really like Winnie the Pooh. I've always really liked it. The cartoon, I have to admit, the voices are a bit weird and it's like super old, but I love the books and I love like what Pooh says. It's so deep. They always have a really good message about friendship, about like walking together, and so I've always liked Winnie the Pooh. And so when I saw this, I was like, I have to do a video on this. So guys, today is not going to be one of my sunset to sundown videos. I'm going to do my best for my sake as well, just to keep this nice and snappy. If you're fanning over the products already as well, make sure to thumbs up this video before we start. So let us begin. I've been filming all day, guys, today. Kaleidoscope episodes coming soon, y'all. Really exciting ones. If you've been following me on Instagram and Insta stories, you would know that I've been doing like interviews with K-pop groups and boy groups, so you guys will see if you stay tuned on my channel. So anyways, back to Piglet. Let's start with these cute little eyeshadows. There are 4, 6, 4, 8, 10. 10 eyeshadows in the collection. Here's a close-up of them. Even Ellie is growling because she thinks they're so cute. Here are the lip glosses. Ladies and gents, I broke this one already. I'm so sad. And then the 2 brushes. So let's start with the eyeshadows. So the eyeshadows are like the standard Etude House sizes. It's just got the special sort of packaging design on the front, and each of them has a character or like something to do with Winnie the Pooh Piglet. So just in case you guys didn't know, the color system for Korean eyeshadows are usually like some letters with numbers next to them. And if you look at the letters, it's usually like R, D, B, R, P, K, O, R. It's really simple. O, R is like orangey, P, K are pinks, R, D is reddish, and B, R sort of more brownish. So yeah, if you do online shopping, this sort of helps you to know which ones are which, because it kind of gets all over the place and messy when you're buying something not physically but online. So let us begin. We're going to start with the eyeshadow BR430 in Great Rabbit. Here's Great Rabbit. Got little rabbit on the front, and this one is this kind of color. This one is just a very neutral metallic medium brown. It's not too light or too dark. Here's how it swatches on the finger. It picks up really well, and it has a warm gold glint going through it. And it's a brown that doesn't really highlight ashiness of the skin, so it seems to be a nice brown. There's a lot of Western eyeshadow palettes that seem to really highlight ashiness on the skin and highlights like yellow tones on the skin, but this brown seems to be one of the ones that kind of somehow makes your skin still look kind of vibrant and bright. It's a really good pigmentation, honestly. Tiger, the one with Tiger on it, is RD306. Don't be sad. Don't be sad. And because it is RD, it's reddish. So this one is also like a metallic, rustic, deep pink. I honestly think that this shade is one of the most unique shades in this collection, because it's kind of like pinky, but it's also kind of orangey. It's toasted, it looks a bit burnt, it's metallic. It's like a very weird color to explain, but on the skin, honestly, it looks quite salmony. So if you guys can see there, it's kind of like a mix between a lot of different colors. It is fairly unique. Pigmentation is so far so good. Ooh, it also has a slight light pink pastel glint going through it. Another BR is the one with carrot on the front. Have I done this one? Great Rabbit. No, I haven't. It's the same. Why am I doing it in the wrong order? I'm sorry. So these 2 are the ones with rabbit theme. So they're both yellow on the back. So this one is Great Rabbit, and this one is of course Rabbit. Just done the brown one. So we'll move on to the carrot one. Of course Rabbit. It has this beautiful color. This is also a toasted bronzy copper. This is also a really nice like neutral everyday kind of color I can see. Pigmentation's awesome. It's not really flaking or powdery or chalky. And then, poo time, BR418 Falling in Love is also a yellow at the back packaging. Falling in Love is a matte color. This one is a really nudie color, which seems great as a base, as a wash, or to blend. It's a neutral matte light brown. It looks brownier in the tube actually, but it's actually rather reddish and pinkish on the skin. Is that why it's called Falling in Love? Because it's not totally like brownish, but it has like a salmony undertone as well. It does go very well with these colors. So I see why they chose this over just a really pure brown. I know you guys know I'm not like a huge fan of matte eyeshadows, and this one in particular is not, I mean, it does blend very well. It looks quite smooth, but it looks really dry. It is a sort of like medium neutral color, so usually those colors don't seem to have much pigmentation, but it does go on evenly and it seems to blend very evenly as well. So moving on to Piglet's colors, the pinky ones. Oh, so cute. These are the Piglet ones. 귀여워. So this one is PK014 Sweet Dream, and this one is PK018 I Like You. Sweet Dream here is a matte light pink. This one is a really light pastel pink, so I mean, I wouldn't say it's like hugely pigmented, but it's just a really soft base color. Again, something that you would just use to like as a wash over the entire eyelid. Not really my type of eyeshadow because those things just don't pick up on my lids for some reason, but for those who like mattes, that's a really nice matte as well. This pink color is not too chalky, yet it still maintains the lightness of the pastel pink, which is sometimes hard to find in a matte pastel pink color. So I think you could even double this up as a blush color. So PK018 I Like You is a metallic medium pink color. There you go, let's swatch it. Oh, it's a really like, it has a very bright undertone to it. Sometimes there are pinks that once you apply it, it looks really dark. This one has like a silvery metallic going through it. Oh, this one's really pretty. I really like this one because you guys know I like cool tone colors. It just kind of picks up the skin tone and yeah, it just makes you look brighter and happier. So I lean towards the ones that have more of like a silvery tone to it. And yeah, this is a silvery metallic light pastel pink. For those who don't do a lot of eyeshadows, honestly, I think that you could just use these two colors together, the two Piglet colors. The matte one as a light wash over the entire lid, and this one focused just like towards the middle of the eyes and blending it. And next, I forgot what this one's called. Is it Eeyore? There's like the donkey. I just totally forgot what it's called. Oppa, do you know what the donkey in Winnie the Pooh's name is? Yeah, anyway, so this one also has a pink casing. It's called PK019 Eeyore. Let's run. Oh, this one is also a very unique color. It's a really neutral pink with a slight sheen to it. So if I'm to compare it with metallic pink, PK018, you can see this one's a lot more of a strong, like 진한 pink. It also has like a sort of taupey feel to it. And as I'm swatching it, it is running a bit more salmony. So it looks kind of similar to the BR418 Falling in Love matte light brown, but this is a little pinkier. You know what, guys? Actually, this is a really nice color for if you are looking for an office color. You know, you don't want to go for a really overly flirty, colorful color, but you're kind of bored of browns and nudes. This is actually, doesn't have crazy metallics going on, but it's really sheeny and it's not totally brown, it's not totally warm or cool, it's not totally pink. It's just a really sort of like sensible kind of color, but it's also really pretty. This reminds me actually of MAC's highlighter. It's totally escaped my head, but if I remember, I'll leave it here somewhere. So it is actually a nice color. Actually nice. I think this would be a nice blush too. So we're moving on to the blue package eyeshadows. There are 3 left. The honey one, which has Winnie the Pooh on it with honey written on the front. This blue color is so cute, by the way. It's like a jelly pastel sky blue. It's so pretty. This is called BE115, A Spoonful of Honey. And that's the color right there. It's like a happy color. It makes me happy. It's a champagne that runs a little more yellowy, creamy ivory. Okay, so straight away I can tell that the shimmers are a lot chunkier than the others. This is more of like an accent color for your 애교 side area. It is one of those colors that doesn't have color and pigmentation per se, but it's just made up of shimmer particles. So in a way, it's just something you want to sort of dab on certain areas or use it on top of a base color because it does kind of give you that dry sort of chalky look if you're not careful with it. So there's a swatch of it right there. Final 2. This one also has Piglet on the front. It's called OR221 Only You. This one seems to be more like a satin, and it has little shimmer glints running through it. The pigmentation is something you have to definitely build up. It's not really highly pigmented. Oh, it's just a really nice coral. This also would be really nice as a blush. Actually, this color is really, really pretty. Prettier than it looks in the packaging, honestly. It just looks like a normal sort of orangey coral. It has a salmony, muted pastel undertone to it, so it seems like it'll be really pretty as a blush as well. It is satin, so it's not completely dry looking like a matte, but it's also not like overly sheen or shimmery as a sheen or shimmer. Last but not least, for the eyeshadows, we have Eeyore's Tail. Yes, his name's Eeyore. PP513 Cheer Up. Looks like that. And honestly, when I first opened this up, this is the eyeshadow that I was drawn to first because I'm so into like the pastel lilacs and lavenders at the moment. I just love the kind of uniqueness that it adds to eyeshadow looks, but I kind of have been getting bored of it lately as well. But also, if you look at it, it looks a little bit grayish. So yeah, it does feel very dry, similar to the other yellowy one. It's not a color, it's more of like an accent color. So this one definitely I can see would have a little bit more fallout, and it's just a really beautiful, really, really light silvery pastel purple. It is actually really pretty. All right, so that's for the eyeshadows. Let's move on to the tints. So the first tint, so RD301 푹 자고 나면 돼 is Winnie the Pooh. Got little cute, little flappy, rubbery ears. 귀여워. It's super cute, but I can straight away imagine like if you carry this around, it'll definitely tear. But honestly, I have been carrying some of these around the past few days and they've been fine. It's actually really well constructed and it doesn't feel cheap or anything. So let's see what color this is. This is definitely going to be a reddy color. Oh, okay, so the spatula itself is kind of like a thumb, fat and round, but it's also flat on either side. I can tell straight away that it's not a super dewy sort of formula. Yeah, so because it does kind of dry to a sort of powdery finish, it's very velvety and mousse-like. I think it must be the theme of this because the blushes are also kind of moussey. But it blends really nice, you can build it up, so this would definitely be something you can actually gradient on your lips without another product. So just do one layer for the entire lips. It is a red that's kind of brightish and leans a little bit orange. I will actually apply these lip products for you guys to show you roughly. Let's try it. Firstly, it feels really comfortable on the lips and you can blend it. It's not dewy, it's not matte. Kind of matte actually. It feels like a mousse and the color itself is very skin tone brightening. Me likey. This will be really good for like spring and summer seasons. Okay, moving on, we've got Tiga. This is PK002. Wait, huh? What? No. Is it? This is PK002. It looks orange on the container, so let's see. Is it like a pink? Here's the face. Oh, it is a pink. Why are you orange and confusing us all? So as I said, guys, this goes on super light and it's something you can definitely build up. Okay, this is more of a nudie brownie pink color. I guess you could call it pastel coral that leans a little bit red right there. So I'll apply this on my lips. Oh, because the texture is kind of velvety, this will be perfect as blusher. I can just tell straight away. If something is really dewy, it definitely smudges and ruins the texture underneath. If it's too powdery, it ruins the texture and kind of like patches, and there's a higher chance of it looking kind of like splotchy and drying your cheeks out. But when something is like a velvet like this, which originally goes on wet and dries to a mousse, it looks beautiful and it's not overly pigmented, so it would go on really nicely and you can build it up, it'll blend nicely and it'll just look super soft and even. In Korean, this is called 콩콩 튕겨, 튀겨. You know, actually I'm gonna mute out my lips with MAC's Best of Me Powder Kiss lipstick first, so you can actually see the color a little better. Since my lips are so naturally pigmented, you probably can't really tell. So this is like my perfect lipstick for muting out my lips or using it as a gradient for the outer parts. It's also very moussey, so I feel like it'll go really well with these. But anyways, so now you can see on a clear canvas. Oh, it feels so good. So smooth. This color's nice. This color's so pretty. It looks so like blushed and romantic. It's not like totally pink. It's not totally like orangey coral. It has like a sort of fluoro tone to it and it's just like really pastel and brightens the skin tone, and it's really nice. This will be so nice as blush. Oh my gosh, I can tell. This color. What? I'm kind of sad that this is such a beautiful color, but the packaging is orange. I feel like they could have developed this into a really nice, this kind of color packaging, if you know what I mean. But they had to have a tiger in there somewhere. Guys, take note so you can let me know at the end of the video what your favorite lip color was. And I shall tell you mine too. Okay, taking off. Okay, so they taste a little bit sweet like candy, kind of like vanilla-y. And because they're like a mousse velvet, it doesn't seem to be something that would highlight any dry patches on the lips or unevenness. It'll just smooth it out, like kind of like Photoshop blurring effect. I'm selling these way too good to you guys, aren't I? This is my favorite packaging, of course, the pinkest one with Piglet on it with the cute little ears. And this one in Korean, it's called Pangit Usulle PK001, so it's a pink, obviously. Here's the color. So this is definitely a stronger pink, but it has like a fluoro undertone to it, so it's really cute and very K-pop-esque. You know, because MAC lipsticks, they don't have the colors on the outside. It's really hard to tell when you're choosing your MAC lipstick in the morning, so I tried to do this little color coding thing using like different colored stickers. So my yellow ones are for my lightest ones. Neutral canvas. Oh, super bright. This one is like a statement pink color. It's one of those pinks that could look a little bit obnoxious, I'd say, or like a little too pinky, like Princess Barbie pink. But if you just use a little bit, it's actually a beautiful color. Actually, this would be really perfect for my mother-in-law, I think. It's a nice pink that if you layer on, it would look a bit red. Next color is another Piglet color, and this one is in OR202. Oh, it's an orange. So this is like a true light pastel orange coral color right there. It's a really nice soft coral color. I think this would be really good for those who love corals and don't really like to put on a lot of makeup, because this would honestly be so natural looking since it doesn't have a shine going on and it's also not completely matte. It's very velvet, so it just looks like my lips but better and gives you like a really soft lip look. This also would be perfect as blush too. 약간 차분한 느낌. It makes you look a little bit more sensible, a little more conservative. I really like this the more I look at it actually. And last but not least is OR201 너랑 같이 걸을래? Cutest face ever. I love these kind of faces. 너랑 같이 걸을래? In English, these are really cute names. It means I want to walk with you, but with like a sort of 애교 undertone to it. This one is an apricotish pastel orangey coral. Honestly, not something that I like too much because it does have a bit of a warm undertone to it. So guys, I just realized that the color of the container, really you should not trust it because the lighter coral here is in the darker container and this is the darker, stronger coral and it's in the lighter container. I don't know if they mix that up or what, like why did they do that? Honestly, I just know that I probably won't like this that much. Actually, this would be really nice in the spring color. Okay, I changed my mind. Not something that I would wear every day because it is very sort of fluoro, as you can see. This also is light in its own way because it is more fluoro. Okay. So that is it for the lip colors. Let me know in the comments below which one your favorite is. For me, my favorites are these two. PK002 and OR202 are my favorites. I just feel like I'll make the best use out of them and they're the most like light everyday sort of colors. Why am I so boring? I know, that's just me. I don't do like a lot of super bright colors because I don't really have the big lips to pull it off. But some days, I mean like in the spring and summer, I might just lean towards like more stronger ones. And yeah, definitely this pink here is something you might want to pick up if you don't have a pink like this. It's a really unique pink, this one right here. PK001. All right, moving on to the blushes. So again, the blushes all have different faces on them as well. There are 5. One of them is Winnie the Pooh and the rest are piglets. And they all have different like facial expressions. So let's start off with OR202. It looks like this. It's called Happy with Piglet Jelly Mousse Blusher. Honestly guys, I'm not sure if this is the right face for it because I kind of mixed up the lids before, but it's something like this, guys. Okay, so OR202, Oink Oink Happy Piggy. They have a twist open cap, and be careful not to lose these either. They're little rubber things that are held right here. If you are too harsh with it, you'll break it like I did. I broke this one. Look, this is what happens. Look. It looks really weird without the ears. Look. Oppa, can you help me fix this one later? OR202 Oink Oink Happy Piggy is an orangey blush. They're all pretty pastel-y, so let's just go through them. This is also a very nice sort of cushiony velvet mousse. Okay, first off, it's soft. It blends well. It's not really pigmented. You definitely have to build it up, but it's a nice soft look that you can achieve, like the soft kind of like Japanese blush look, I guess. Very dollish-like, very cute color. I'm gonna try using the blush brush. I think this is meant to be for the blushes. This is the blush brush. What a tongue twister. I should be able to say that as a beauty guru of like 8 years, right? I still can't say blush brush properly. So here is the blush brush. Blush brush, oh my gosh, brain freeze. It has cute little piglet on the end. It's like a matte pink. It's pretty soft, it's like a synthetic. So it looks like it's the right size to fit into the blushes. So let's go have a look. Yeah, this is a really beautiful, soft, muted pastel, really light coral color. OR201 내 사랑 받을래? Or My Piggy is a medium pink and it's more on the pastel kind of fluoro side. This will give you like that kind of dolly, kind of very girly look, very cute look. The pink is unique in these ones because, yeah, it's just really Korean colors. It's always a mix of a lot of different shades, so the color's a bit more complex. Okay, the Winnie the Pooh one is called RD301 Smile Pooh, or Pooh, 웃어도 돼. And this one is really red. It's so soft. This one's really pigmented, I can tell straight off. Does anyone actually use red blushes lately? When I was growing up, like it was all about red blushes. If you think of blush, it was red. But the more I grew up, I realized that no one really uses red on their cheeks. It's always like pink or coral or orangey. But yeah, this is a nice kind of appley color. I'm sure you can actually double these up as mousse eyeshadows or even for your lips. PK001, 또 그만 울래, Gloomy Piggy. Oh, gloomy, don't be gloomy. This one is a cool toned pink. Straight off, guys, this is really unpigmented. Like, it's so light, you really have to build this one up. I guess it would be good if you're someone who really likes just a really faint blush of color, then it would be great because it does have that really smooth, unique texture to it. Sad I broke the ear there. And last but not least, PK002 부끄부끄 발그레 Shy Piggy. Oh, and by the way, these cases are really nice. They're matte and they do not feel cheap. It's a plastic, but it feels like really sturdy and good quality. The rubber is also good quality as well. And when you actually turn it, right at the end, it has this little click. Can you hear? It's super cute and childish, I guess, but it is actually like, you can tell it is adults makeup. This color here is the lightest pastel pink and it's a very neutral pink. So this one is also very, very sheer. Honestly, I think these last two blush colors are just really good for if you're really pale. Like really pale skinned people, I think, would love these two. It's not too warm or cool. It's very neutral, but slightly on the warm tone. So it looks just like human skin color, but more on the pink side. So yeah, they are the blushes. And last but not least, out of the entire collection is the eyeshadow brush. Actually, this is my least favorite thing because it's kind of awkwardly shaped. The brushes are like travel sized, so they're really small and cute. It actually feels really good quality. As someone who makes brushes myself, I can tell that they have used a good quality of like plastic and made it sort of matte, but not like cheap matte. It's not too light, so it's not like flimsy feeling. The synthetic quality is actually pretty good too. It's just the shape of this I think is really awkward. It's wide, which is good for all over application, but because it's not flat, it's kind of like chopped off like this, so it's kind of squarish if you look at it this way, if you know what I mean. It's not blended like a circle. Because it's square, like you would have to apply it like this or like this. Maybe I have a faulty, I'm not sure, but I don't know what this would be for. And it's like really wide here as well, so it wouldn't really work as a flat eyeshadow brush. To me, this would make sense mostly as like a nose contour sort of brush. But even then, it's not really precise enough, so maybe like a nose contour blending brush. This kind of area here. But as I said, the quality seems good, especially for something so cute like this. If you're really into like cute characters, especially if you're a fan of Winnie the Pooh or Piglet, it's probably something you want to just grab while you can because these are always limited editions and they're not around for ages. I think the Jelly Mousse blushes are kind of ingenious because it's hard to find products like this that are actually worth having. First off, it's the like ideal texture for blushes because it just gives you the most smooth, even finish, which is the least ruining of makeup texture underneath. But on top of that, they have just made it into this pretty good quality and really cute collectible item. So this is quite ingenious in my eyes. And the texture of the lip stains or whatever you call these are also ingenious. It's not like totally lip tint, something that just like is great for everyone who likes gradient lips, gives you a soft blurred effect. In my eyes, it's a great collection for the spring summer seasons. And for eyeshadows as well, I think they have done a really good job with the color selection. The packaging is pretty much on point for this price range. I think these two colors are really great. The blue ones that had just the chunks of glitter. But honestly, I think it would have been even better if they had the base color pigment in them on top of the chalky sort of powder. But it's a great point color as well that you might just want to layer on top of the base color. They did a great job with the selection of the colors. The formulations are great. If you just use this entire look overall, I think it will give you this really soft, blurred out sort of Japanese makeup style effect. And finally, just in case my opinion does sort of help you guys, if there were any personal Meejmuse picks for must-haves out of this collection as a collector's item, I would probably say this shade, which was like the least favorite out of them all upon first impression, but the more I used it, I realized that it's a really beautiful shade to have. Let's run PK019. If you're into lilacs, definitely the same Eeyore one. And yeah, also if you're into pinks and you like cool tones, this is a very unique pink as well, the PK018 I Like You. There's a lot of pinks in K-Beauty, but a lot of them don't have this cool tone silver shimmering through it like this. So for lip tints, if you're into lip tints, yes, get one of these guys. Get it. The texture is so different. I honestly can't really think of any other products that have this kind of texture and the kind of like finish that it gives you on the lips, and it feels so nice as well, so comfortable. It doesn't dry out the lips and stuff, and it's just so cute, guys. So cute. Hey guys, that is it for this video. If you want to know any more information, if you want to find the links of these products online, or if you want a coupon code for these, if you use YesStyle as your shopping place to go, I will have all the info down in the description bar if you do want to use them. And if you have any requests for reviews, swatch videos on any other collection out there in K-Beauty, please let me know in the comments below and thumbs up other people's comments. Also, stay tuned for my really exciting episodes of Kaleidoscope. I've never really collabed with like K-pop groups before, so getting to know Korean artists and what they're up to and getting to see how they practice. So if you're interested in that, do stay tuned and subscribe for more videos of Kaleidoscope in the future. If you would like to know where I got this black dress, which is super cute, since a lot of people ask me for what I'm wearing in my videos and I always forget, I'll make sure to remember this time, guys. So yes, have a great week, guys. Stay beautiful inside and out. I hope you have an amazing one until my next video. Stay beautiful. Bye, everyone. 다음에 또 봐요. This one seems to be more like a salad. Salad.